Alright guys, so I just got done putting a FASS Titanium lift pump on my truck. This is a 2002 Chevy 2500 HD Duramax, obviously. This is a regular cab, and when I was looking for stuff on, just kind of some pre-work videos, I didn't find hardly anything on regular cabs, and this system is designed to bolt onto a crew cab, so I thought I'd make a video for you guys to kind of show you what I did to make it work on the regular cab here. So the wiring is going to be pretty much the same no matter what cab configuration you got. They give you one of these fuse taps. I had some other stuff in here already. These are for the turn signals on those new style mirrors. I tapped into the ignition fuse right here, so you'll have keyed power to the pump, and then just tidied up the wiring, kind of followed whatever I had there existing. It kind of sounds like in the instructions they want you to tap onto the actual battery terminals, and with these styles it's kind of a pain in the ass to do, so I chose not to do that. Instead I just ran the ground right over here to this cross member, and then I already had other stuff into this battery block right here, so I just tapped into this. There's a spare bolt sticking out there, so I just put an eyelet on there and tapped it into that. And like I said, just kind of tidied the wiring up, followed it along some existing stuff, and turned out pretty good there. This is your fuse, inline fuse. I just mounted that to the side of the fuse box, and then that's your actual relay for the pump. And there's a little 10mm ground bolt right there. I just popped that off, put a washer in between the plastic and this ground cable, and put it back on. That looks pretty clean, I think. One thing I can tell you, you're gonna need a lot of zip ties for this job if you want to make it look nice and neat. You maybe don't have to go quite as crazy as I did, but I'm kind of a perfectionist with wiring, so I like to make sure things look nice. But anyway, you're gonna have 3 pigtails coming off that relay. You got one's gonna go to your fuse block, one for the power in the ground, and then the third one is gonna actually go to the pump. I pretty much I don't even know if you can see that or not, but just kind of fed it down along the firewall. There's an existing loom back there. Just kind of followed that all the way down, and I'll crawl underneath here and show you where it goes from there. Basically, you're just going to follow the frame back. You don't necessarily have to go the same way that I did, just whatever way works for you when you're down here doing it. So it comes down from the engine right there, and then I basically followed this existing harness all the way back. Right in here where these brake lines pop up. If you flip that around, it goes across the frame there and comes back, and then it hops over the body mount right there, and then comes out here, and I tied it in with the fuel lines just going up to the pump right there. And then as far as the fuel lines go, this bottom one's going to be your return line. That just goes up and ties into the filler neck, and then you're going to have to put a T in there. My truck has the internal factory return line, so you'll have to pull that out if you have that. It's just a long plastic spout basically to put that T in, and then you'll have to feed it back in. And then this top one here is your actual discharge of the pump going to the intercooler, and then that line that goes up and over, that is your suction line. While I'm here, I guess I'll show you what I did for mounting. What they want you to do is use this very front bed bolt right there, and the problem I found with that is the pump basically sits right on that filler neck, and I didn't really like that. I mean, not that it really necessarily be a problem, but theoretically I guess it could eventually rub a hole in that, and then every time you fill up you're going to be putting diesel on the ground. So I opted out of that. I need to put that bolt back in now that I'm down here. And I opted to go back here to the second bed bolt. That's where it goes up in there. Instead of going up there, I didn't like just using one bolt, So I came out to the end, drilled 2 7/16 holes, and mounted it that way. I put a piece of flat stock inside of that tube just to help support it, and it's a heck of a lot more solid, I think, that way. So if you guys have regular cabs, the problem with with using that front bed bolt is it doesn't really give you a whole lot of room. It basically puts you right up against the back of the cab right there, and you pretty much have to be touching it. So I was worried about vibrations, and you know, obviously it's going to wear away the paint and whatnot. So like I said, I just think it's going to work out better being mounted back here. And see if I can give you a look at how it actually looks. There's your 2 filters, the pump and all that up there. It's pretty straightforward. Your 2 suction, well, basically your suction line and your discharge line are going to come across the top of the fuel tank. I can tell you that's a lot of fun. And they're going to come out over here. And when you go to hook this up, you're going to have to unhook this factory suction line right here from way the hell up. I don't even know if you can really see, but it's way up back in there on the other side of the intercooler. You know, maybe if you took the intercooler out, it might be easier to get to, but I decided not to do that because it is a pain where they keep those bolts at. And of course, they're all rusty and whatnot. So if you don't have some fuel line disconnect tools, I would definitely invest in those, like $6-7. They'll make your life a lot easier for this job. And that's really about it. Mainly just the mounting location is going to be different for the regular cabs, because like I said, on the crew cabs apparently there's a little bit more room up here between the cab and the front bed bolt, and I just think that's going to work out pretty slick being back there. I was actually able to tuck it up a little bit higher too, so you're only seeing about the bottom 3-4 inches of the filters there. That's about level with the bottom of the bed. They stick out a little bit, but not too bad. Yeah, I'll turn the key on here and you guys can see what it sounds like. It's stupid quiet. I don't even know if you'll be able to hear it, it's so quiet. I've heard people say that it gets louder over time, so I guess we'll see how that pans out. So, keys on. Put your hand on it, you can feel it, and I can hear it. I'm not sure if it'll pick up here on the phone or not, but try to be quiet here for a minute. Yeah, I don't think that's going to pick it up. But yeah, that's about all there is to it. So hopefully that helps you guys if you're trying to do a regular cab and having the same issue I had with the mounting options. I'll try to get a little bit farther back here, and yeah, you can see those filters sticking down. Not too bad. Next time I change filters, I'll probably go to cat filters, and I might even paint them black just to kind of help them blend a little bit better. But anyway, hope that helps. So thanks for watching.